Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible. Get a free audiobook download and 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/WCSN312. Over 180,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player.
Ice Cream Social is your one-stop shop for everything in the entertainment and media industry, ranging from sports, politics, automotive, celebrities, and of course, controversial topics. With your favorite host, Mondo, dedicating most of his time to making sure he provides his listeners with the latest and greatest in entertainment. Don't miss a beat and follow the Ice Cream Social on Twitter at ICS_podcast and subscribe on iTunes, Google Music Play, and SoundCloud. Tune in every Sunday for another exciting episode of the Ice Cream Social, the podcast everybody is craving for.
They say humans are social animals. They can't live alone. But you can live pretty well by yourself. I tell you, instead of feeling alone in a group, it's better to have real solitude all by yourself.
Chicago, thank you, and welcome to WCSN, the Windy City Sports Network. I'd like to take this moment to talk about our social media outlets and the platforms you can listen and find us on. You can follow us on Twitter at WCSN312. Like us on our Facebook at Windy City Sports Network or at WCSN312. We also recently just joined Instagram, and you can follow us there at WCSN312 as well. We post all our shows to listen to on our social media outlets. If you're driving to work, you're driving back home from work, working out, or just chilling at home, pop on your headphones. You can listen to us on many platforms. Number one is iTunes. Our goal is to become a top 100 podcast. We need your help. By going on iTunes, rate us by giving us 5 stars and subscribe. We're on Stitcher Radio, TuneIn Radio, our original platform, SoundCloud, Overcast, Castbox, Podbean, the podcast app, and most recently, Google Play. Search for Windy City Sports Network and you'll find us there. All platforms are free to you and available on iOS or Android phones, tablets, Apple TV, or any mobile devices or computers. We are beginning to do quick live pre-shows on our social media outlets, so make sure you follow or like us there. We will be live on Periscope, which is via our Twitter, and Facebook Live before every live broadcast. Lastly, you can watch us live. Interact with us via the chat rooms on our newly launched YouTube channel. Go to YouTube, search Windy City Sports Network, and subscribe to our channel. You can watch us live or watch any of our older podcasts there. We created our YouTube channel for you, our fans, to interact with us during our shows. Ask us any questions, and we will spew our opinions. We will be broadcasting CSCR, Chicago Sports Crunch Radio, every Friday at 7 p.m. live. And bi-weekly, every Wednesday at 7 p.m., Wrestle Talk Radio will be live. Only on our YouTube channel, so subscribe now. If you have any questions, you can use our social media outlets or email us at windycitysportsnetwork@gmail.com. Like I have said many times before on this show, this is a passion project. We don't make any money off of this, and we have expenses, equipment, distribution costs, etc. If you guys enjoy our show and would like to buy us a beer, you can, and it would be greatly appreciated. Go to our Patreon page, become our patron, and you can donate as much as you want. We will have rewards updated monthly in return. Just go to our Patreon page at Windy City Sports Network. Again, remember, we are WCSN, the Windy City Sports Network, built by the fans, for the fans. We would like to thank all our affiliates and sponsors for supporting WCSN, the Windy City Sports Network. Here's a quick message from one of our affiliates. Thinking of starting your own podcast? Don't know what software or distributor to use? It's real easy and simple with Podbean. Go to podbean.com/WCSN312. Podbean is the world's leading podcast publishing platform. Over 100,000 people worldwide choose Podbean to create their podcasts. Your all-in-one podcasting solution. With Podbean, you create professional podcasts in minutes without any programming knowledge. Best of all, everything is mobile ready right from the start. You get unlimited podcasting, comprehensive stats, custom branding, reliable media hosting. You can share almost everywhere and get huge audience engagement. The community in Podbean is over 172,000 podcasters, over 5.8 million episodes, and has 5.4 billion downloads. Plans go as low as $9 a month for unlimited audio and $29 a month for unlimited video and audio. If you go through our link, you get your first month free. Give them a try. Go to www.podbean.com/WCSN312.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CSCR, Chicago Sports Crunch Radio. This is the show that brings to you the highlights of the sports world and industry, from the NBA, NFL, MLB, EPL, and so much more. CSCR is here to focus on local sports in the Windy City, from the Bears, Bulls, Blackhawks, Cubs, and White Sox. We're here to talk sports to the true fans of Chicago. We are live here from Studio One at WCSN, the Windy City Sports Network. This is CSCR, Chicago Sports Crunch Radio.
He messed it up, see?
Yeah, I messed it up. You're messed up.
Some way you messed it up. So it was probably that cable you unplugged before you jumped in your seat. Whoa, what are you doing?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. What's happening, guys? Episode 31 tonight. Tom Chris just did a spin-a-rooney, and then he did the 5-time thing, and then he came on and stuff. So welcome, everybody. I hope audio sounds pretty good for everybody. Oh yeah, Nico Wild Bill was talking Texas. I'm actually not wearing it because I'm an Astro fan. I'm wearing it because Nolan Ryan's name's on the back of this.
And it's the only jersey that still fits.
Yes, that too.
Very tight.
Yes. Why are you checking me out there? Hey,
I'm afraid to snap.
hey, I encourage everybody to go to our website at www.windycitysportsnetwork.com and check out in the, what is it, the members, I think, or the
crew.
cast, the crew,
The crew.
and look at his bio. It's pretty interesting for you guys to read it at least and hear it and stuff. But
very funny.
so Friday night, it is some crazy news I think that we're going to break out with what the Cleveland Browns did. Tony scared me a little bit there when he said breaking Bears news. I thought something really did happen, and we started looking. Nothing there, though, so pretty good one, Tony. But Cleveland, just like the Cavaliers did at trade deadline, just blew it up today. So we're going to talk about that a little bit before we start jumping into the Combine and some of the stuff that we saw in the Combine. But obviously, not too much to talk about. It's going to be Bears, Combine, a little bit about the Bulls. And then I wanted to go into a favorite topic. If you guys, new look too, shaved. Well, you like the look, Tom? No?
I couldn't tell.
Grow it back.
Just put the microphone in front of your face.
Okay.
Thank you.
I was going to say, grow it back, maybe. Maybe you can tell the boss he looks better, more professional
You
now.
cut yourself so many times over here.
Yeah, I know. I like it, but whatever.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my goodness, the Browns went nuts. You just realized it?
Mm-hmm.
And I had some new stuff. I actually had intros. I just don't know because of the copyright laws. I really don't know if we're going to get copyrighted or if they're going to like give us dings on YouTube for it. But I had an intro for Tom. If I can get the ads out of here, and we'll wait for it to come up. But I had some intros.
This cannot be good.
And then I had a Wild Bill intro as well too.
That will be good.
But I forgot what was. All right. So we have. I had to fix it a little bit and stuff. So obviously we're gonna get going in a little bit. So to my right, and this is Wild Bill.
What's up, everybody?
Whose song is that?
Cult of Personality, CM Punk.
There you go. That's why we did that. So that's going to be his intro for CSCR. And then to my left is going to be Tom Chris.
Oh, my goodness.
You like the intro? It's pretty good. It's good.
That's going to be his ringtone for when Monica calls.
There you go.
So that way you'll always know it's Monica calling.
Hey, we got to talk about the date, too, with Monica.
It went really well.
Yeah.
Yep.
See, I just don't know if we're going to get hit with copyrights on this. But we'll see. You want to hear the other intro I had for you? Which one's better?
I think the first one.
You like the first one?
When we go on, and then the second one we get off.
Oh,
there we go.
Getting off.
We should find Val Venus's theme and play it for Tom Chris.
They didn't. Actually, you know what? I can probably find it, but not on this time. And then I had some other ones for the other guys, but there's a pretty funny one for Pistoleros. What was Pistoleros again?
Bomb, 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 bang, 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 bang. Bing, bing, bing.
So that's his intro when we
perfect.
So hopefully he'll hear that. So, anyways, the Browns can trade the entire Super Bowl champs and still blow whatever playoff chances. I don't know. I think they're doing the right things finally.
They stockpiled all those picks. They got to do something with them.
Yeah. So I guess we can talk. Really quick before we get into the Cleveland thing. And I know Nico was like, "Where's the 5-second button and stuff?" But I do two things I wanted to talk about before we start getting going. Number one is obviously YouTube. So you guys are on it right now that are in the chat room. That's awesome. That's one of the number one reasons we created this, is so that we can interact with you guys, the fans, during the show. You guys can ask questions, so on and so forth. So please spread the word, tell everybody. Or if you're listening to this on the podcast version or the audio version, or as Taz used to say, the AOD, audio on demand, you guys can head over to YouTube and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You don't have to pay anything or give a credit card, because I think sometimes when you say subscribe, some people think you have to give a credit card. It's literally free. All you need is an email, and you guys will be notified every time we go live. And the more subscribers we get, the higher ranked we'll get on that. And iTunes is sort of the same thing. So do that for us, and that would be pretty awesome. And then we also have a Patreon page and a GoFundMe page now. So you guys can go on there if you want to help us out, just so for equipment costs, distribution costs, all that stuff. You can jump on that as well, too, and go from there. Number two, did you have something?
No, I got nothing. Go ahead.
Oh, it sounded like you wanted to talk to me.
No.
Nothing? You didn't want to tell me about Monica and Twin Anchors?
You're busy right now.
Okay. So
we'll talk about that later.
I'm surprised you're busy. That's pretty.
That's why there's barbecue sauce on my microphone. The time used my microphone last week.
Yeah.
No wonder.
Is it the Prohibition?
From Twin Anchors barbecue sauce on my microphone.
There might be something else on there too.
Prohibition or zesty sauce?
Well, maybe something else.
Number two, we have a new affiliate that we have with us, which we have two new affiliates. But the first one I really want to talk about is something that I actually use all the time. I sort of stopped playing fantasy football leagues with friends and stuff, and I focused heavily right now on FanDuel. I like it because it's not like you draft a team and you're stuck with that same team for the entire year or what have you. every week or every day, you can actually redraft new guys. You got to do a lot more studying, though, so that way you can see the top guys and all that. But they have, like, what I focus on is Major League Baseball's coming up. Their football is amazing. They actually have soccer, which I do a lot of EPL fantasy play with them. They have hockey, don't do much hockey, and they got basketball, which I do as well too. They got huge prizes on there. They go like up to like 1 million, 100,000, 300,000. It's crazy. So if you go to our new website, it's www.windycitysportsnetwork.com. On each page, you can actually go on the bottom. There's a link. You actually get free play if you click on that link, and then you guys can give it a shot, see if you guys can win anything, and see if you guys are pretty good at it or not. There's a ton of competition on FanDuel, so there's a lot. So I personally love FanDuel. I got it on my phone. It's really easy. You do all your picks on your phone. Boom, you're gone and you go. So it's really cool. Head to our website, www.windycitysportsnetwork.com. And on the bottom of the pages, you'll see the FanDuel links. So you guys can click on those as stuff. And it's pretty fun. I like it. I don't know if you guys are into FanDuel.
Yep.
You do? You do FanDuel. Tom Chris does FanDuel. All right. So Cleveland, I guess.
Big topic of the day.
Yeah, it wasn't supposed to be until we started driving here. And then all of a sudden, I started getting all these trades. And I'm like, what's going on and stuff? So I like them, though. I mean, the first one obviously was the Jarvis Landry, which the Bears were interested in possibly getting. But after I heard, like, what I mean, I know initially they were saying Howard and a draft pick, or swapping our draft picks for Landry, that was all BS. It was just rumors that went out there. It ended up being the Browns send a 4th round 2018 pick and a 7th round 2019 pick just for Landry. Like, that's robbery, in my opinion. I mean, I don't know how much he's going to ask, though.
Well, that's the whole deal. They got to work out a deal. Supposedly, they've already started talking about it.
Yeah, so, I mean, I think
they
that's
gotta
great.
be close to some kind of numbers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Here's my thing, though. I thought Landry was actually demanding the teams he wanted to go to.
No.
That's like, how'd you end up going to Cleveland, of all teams?
Money.
I don't know if it's money, man.
It has to be. You're the Browns.
He's going to get paid. No matter what happens, he's getting paid right now. And I'm happy the Bears didn't get him.
I mean, I'm happy they didn't give up Howard for him, but
you'd be stupid to do it. We talked about that
through
Facebook. There's no way.
Yeah, but my thing is, if you got him for that, I wouldn't mind giving up a 4th and a 7th round pick for him. And the money we have, I would have done it.
No.
So in any case, now it looks like that way your top wide receiver free agent talent right now is going to be Allen Robinson.
Allen Robinson and Sammy Watkins.
I don't like Watkins. I'm not a huge Watkins fan.
Me neither. I like it. I didn't want Landry. I don't want Watkins. I'll take Robinson.
At this point, I think you have to go with Robinson, and then the draft pick, you got to go with probably. I know they're saying Ridley, but he had a horrible combine.
No, but if you get Robinson and Meredith is healthy, and Kevin White can actually make it past the
dude. Did you see what he looks like?
I haven't seen him, but you got what's his name still? Kendall Wright.
Wheaton, they let go.
They did?
Yeah, he was cut, or released, whatever wording you want to name it.
For a guy that catches that many passes, Jarvis Landry, I looked yesterday to see he caught 100. He's averaging 100 catches a year. Only 7 catches were for more than 20 yards. So he's just, like I said 2 weeks ago, he's a slot receiver.
He doesn't have a good quarterback.
Doesn't matter.
Either.
He's just a slot receiver, an inside
route
runner.
Jay Cutler.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
He's a slot receiver.
Exactly.
He's not a guy that's going to – the Bears need somebody that's going to spread the field.
Exactly.
And then Trubisky's got to learn how to throw deep. But at least now – you got to get somebody that can stretch that field.
Nico said Dolphin cap situation is awful.
Right.
They can't pay him. Yeah, that's obviously
that was the master plan from the beginning.
Yeah, and I knew they were going to tag him.
Right.
I just and trade him. I just didn't think he would make that decision to agree to go to Cleveland, but apparently he had no decision or option where he wanted to go.
Josh Gordon on one side, him on the other side.
Dude, I'm telling you, Cleveland. They just, with the trades they did, don't look too bad.
And like Nico said, we talked about it earlier with Nico. They draft Barkley 1 now.
They have
no doubt about it.
And that guy's a beast in the combine.
He's the best player in the draft.
I was listening to Sims too, and he was saying that he potentially may be the best physical running back that he's ever seen come out of college.
All right, let's not get crazy.
Yeah, you're stretching.
Let's not get crazy. So he might have been the best in the last couple of years or whatever.
He thinks he's got better talent than Ezekiel Elliott. And from what I saw in the combine, I mean, that guy's he's a beast.
No.
Take Dallas's offensive line and put Barkley behind it, you get the exact same result.
Yeah. I mean,
think about it.
Yeah.
Think about it. The running backs are a lot of times a product of what's in front of them.
Second affiliate, Scotty, is Blue Apron, but that's for another day next week. I get mixed opinions from Jaguar fans about Allen. Oh, that's
Robinson.
right, because you lived in Jackson, or you're a Jacksonville fan. He might have personality issues.
But do you use the money and fill up the other holes and then go after Ridley? That's going to be the question.
And I think we need to get someone that's already been solid.
And what's Buffalo going to do now? Because Buffalo traded
Trubisky some of that Roman Reigns juice. What was that guy's name? That steroid dealer, something Hernandez.
Because look at Buffalo now is going to take all those picks that they stockpiled and trade up.
Trade up.
They have no choice to get a quarterback.
Yeah. So the other trades they also did. This is Cleveland, obviously. Hey, I got to give props to Tom Chris today. Flawlessly introed, first time ever. So I got to talk to your dad and tell him that you're doing a great job.
And we started on time.
Thank you.
No, we were actually late, so this is 2 minutes behind.
2 minutes, and Tom Chris World is on time.
Yeah, it's because he came in.
Listen,
late.
guys, I was on the phone with Monica. Right?
Okay, doesn't matter.
Okay,
I actually talked to her about the date.
Begging her to please go out on a date with him again.
Again, the second one.
We are. Going.
No.
Yeah.
Stop.
I'm serious.
When?
This weekend.
Again?
Yeah.
Dude, this is getting out of control.
Relax.
Is your dad allowing this?
Hold on a second. This is I said work related, and
you
it's for the show.
You can't date.
We're not dating.
She's the head of HR, and you're just an intern here. You can't date.
Well,
conflict of interest.
Well, we went to Twin Acres, your favorite rib place.
That is one of my number one rib places in the city.
And then I was talking to her, and I told her about Hop Hop's favorite rib place.
Yeah,
which is Gale Street.
Gale Street Inn.
So now this weekend I'm taking her to Gale Street. Oh, and then we're gonna do a taste test over there, and I'm gonna find out which one she likes better.
Wine tasting or something?
Well, not wine. Ribs,
a little bit of red, a little bit of white.
So then we can figure out which is better, because I know you like Twin Acres and Hop Hop likes
Twin Acres.
Gale Street.
Gale Street's number 2, but
how about Wild Bill?
I'll take Portillo's ribs any day.
No.
That's what she said. I'm serious.
Well, when I took her out, she loved the ribs.
No.
That's a human resource issue.
She's like, I love Portillo's ribs. I'm like, you must be. I never had them. So, well, maybe I'll pay this time again, Monica.
Whoa, she paid or
corporate card.
Oh,
and then she can pay for the
Dad's gonna
for
be
the Portillo's.
pissed about that one.
Why a bill Portillo's?
I'll take Portillo's ribs.
No, not even close, man.
I heard you get like a little baked potato and you get
like pasta on the side.
Do you really?
All right, back to football.
Yeah.
Huh, okay.
All right. Anyways, so that's an issue though. So we'll figure whatever. Anyways, so Cleveland gets Landry, wide receiver. Then they trade. They give the Bills the number 65 pick in this year's draft, and they end up getting Tyrod Taylor.
And then turn around and dump Kaiser.
Okay, yeah. Then they dump Kaiser
to Green Bay,
who I never liked either, to Green Bay, and they get the quarterback Demarius Randall from Green Bay. So now they have, what was it, 1-4 or 1-5?
1-4.
So they have 1-4. Mm-hmm. You're going to have to go with the running back from Penn State now for
Barkley
sure.
won.
You got to go Barkley.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have to go quarterback now, number 2 or the next
four. Their next pick, their fourth pick,
yeah.
Right.
And that's going to be between, you're saying, Mayfield.
I think Josh Allen goes
Josh
first.
Allen's, yeah, and he had the better combine.
It's Giants Colts that pick in front of them. You figure the Giants now are looking for the heir apparent to Eli, right? So they take Allen, and then the Colts don't need a quarterback, so they take Chubb, right?
You think Allen's going to go number 2?
Yeah. I like him better than Mayfield. I like him. Him and Darnold, that's a tough one. Wait, let me rethink that.
So you think that Barkley's going number 1?
Has to go number 1.
And then after that, then yeah, I'm with you. I think Allen goes number 2.
Allen, it's close right now between Allen and Darnold, but I'm going to take that back. I think I'm going to go Darnold before Allen. I like him better. Even though they said in the combine he tore it, that Allen was unstoppable, I'll take
Dude,
I'll take Darnold.
He was, in my opinion, he was the best quarterback. Mayfield, I thought, didn't do well at all in the whole.
But I didn't consider him I think he's the 4th best quarterback out of that bunch.
Yeah, Mayfield?
I'll put Rosen on top of Mayfield from UCLA.
I got Allen and then Quentin Flowers.
No.
Dude, he did great in the combine.
I don't care about the combine.
He did awesome. Strength, speed, I mean, everything.
Knowing how to play football is not always the fastest, the strongest guy.
Nico said Darnold
I agree
going
with,
to.
Yep, I agree with Nico that Darnold goes to, Chubb 3, Allen
4.
Yes.
So to Cleveland.
And then from there, I would put Rosen on top of Mayfield as a quarterback.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Size is going to hurt Mayfield. He's 6 feet tall.
If Cleveland pulls this off and they get Allen and Barkley, that team is going to be like
the year after, though.
Yeah,
not this year.
give them a couple more years, like 2 years, and I think they're a playoff team.
Although I still can't believe that Tyrod Taylor is what they're going to consider to be the buffer between this year and Allen being in the league, unless they pull a Bears and after 4 or 5 games put him in there.
Yeah, and I think that.
But like I said, I take Darnold before Allen.
And then you got what's his name? That's Cousins. Looks like he's going Minnesota. And that's gonna be a problem for the Bears. So that's a little bit of a concern there. And it looks like that the Broncos at that point are going to go after
Case Keenum,
and that's going to be horrible. I think for Denver, that's just going to keep Denver. In another year or two, they're going to be back looking for another quarterback.
The Jets still don't have a quarterback.
Yeah, still.
So the Jets are going to have to pick between Rosen and Mayfield, right?
Yeah. And I'd go Rosen.
I would too.
Mayfield reminds me too, and he's not, but he just reminds me too much of Mansfield of what's his name, Mr. Money.
Manziel.
There you go.
He's better than Manziel.
No, I know he's better, but I'm just saying he reminds me of him a little bit.
His problem is the same thing that's going to hurt. He's just out of the 4 quarterbacks, he's the smallest in stature.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And in the NFL, it's you got to be 6'2", 6'3".
You do, Nick.
What's Cousins' record versus the Bears?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, Minnesota's got a good team. He's got some
loaded.
receivers. I mean, he's going to do good there, Scotty, and that's going to be an issue with the Bears. But it's something to worry about. So the Bears got a lot of work ahead of him if he does end up going to the Vikings. And the Vikings, with the team that they have, are going to fork over the loot to bring him there because they know that if you put Cousins on that team, it's going to be a team to go up against. And
but they're also aren't they saving Bradford's money, right? So they've got Bradford's money to spend.
Yeah.
And Bridgewater's money, right?
Yeah, because they let him go too.
So they've got both of those contracts. They got all that money, and technically
Cousins is
up.
working it, dude. He's going to get.
Of course, he is. He's a perfect free agent at the perfect time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Any other time, if there's other quarterbacks around, he's not. He's mentioned 3rd in the conversation, but he's just at the right place at the right time.
So then that leaves the Bears to go after Allen Robinson, and they have to sign him. I don't know if people have seen or heard of Kevin White. So Trubisky is working out like religiously. The guy's a beast. They said that he is doing like a heavier workout regimen now than he was during the season. Nagy is working very closely with Trubisky, and now Kevin White joined in with their workouts. So
he'll trip on one of the painted white lines and get hurt.
Mitch and White are working together right now today and for the whole off season. If you see pictures of Kevin White, and I hope he stays, but he's always had a good physique. He just has bad luck, man.
He's brittle, yep.
So he is looking really good. I mean, he looks like Bruce Lee right now. So he's all ripped and jacked. So we'll see what happens to Kevin, but that's a big question mark. And if he does turn out to be the receiver he was in college, that would actually be really good turnout.
That's a game changer.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So, but they have to go Allen Robinson, and I don't like Watkins, but they still need to get another receiver.
Meredith, one side.
Well, yeah, Meredith.
White on the other. Okay.
Yeah, but you can't bank on White. That's my problem.
Well, let's just say he's
healthy.
Then who's your inside slot receiver? Kendall Wright?
I don't like him.
Or are they going to go after what's his name from Kansas City?
Well, if he's coming. Wilson's coming.
So there's another one you can put in there.
But I don't think Wilson is that great either.
But listen,
these guys are just all like
I think you need better route runners then if you're not going to get a guy that's going to burn down the field,
and
then you better get guys that Then you better get guys that know how to run routes.
Yeah, Nico said Allen Robinson has a spotty injury
Right.
history too, and
Yeah,
he does,
he does.
especially last year. He just
Right.
came off of what, Achilles?
And he missed a whole year.
But it was Achilles tear?
Achilles or ACL.
Something, ACL or Achilles. I mean, he does. I agree. Let's get Robinson from Jacksonville. Again, it's just you're going to have Kevin White and Allen Robinson, and they're injury prone.
You think they make a shot at Richard Sherman?
I hope not. I put that on our Facebook. I don't want him at all.
Or how about
Then we're going to get.
How about the guy from that didn't play in the Malcolm Butler? He's a free agent too.
Yeah, how old is he though? He's got to be like 30 something.
Nah.
The Patriots always get those guys. Jay Casillas said, "What's going on, Jay? Good to see you too." This is Kevin White's last stand. Agree 100%. They couldn't cut him. Here's the story with Kevin White. They can't, and it makes no sense for us to cut him today or this year because we would save zero money. So it makes no sense. You just got to keep him because you're not saving anything. So you got to keep him just for the duration of the year, hopefully. And if he doesn't work out this year, that's it. He's probably going to be gone next year. No to Sherman. He's a cancer. I wouldn't say he's a cancer. I think he talks a lot of crap. He's a shit talker and he tries to back it up as well. So I like guys like that. I mean, they motivate people sometimes, but
to a point. But if you read everything online, there was a lot of people in that locker room that did not like him. And Bennett.
Yeah. Oh, Bennett. Yeah, he was, and he's in Philly. That's the other one.
He got traded to the Eagles.
Huh. Yeah, so he got traded and he's in Philly, which makes Philadelphia even stronger.
See their defensive ends now?
Yeah.
Malcolm, what's his name? Fletcher?
Yeah.
Fletcher Cox or whatever, and Bennett on the other side.
Yeah. And then who's our tight end? So who's the tight end you've got right now? Deion Sims is going to be released. You got Zach Miller coming off of that really bad injury, so I don't even know if he's going to be good in time for season. So it looks like you're going to have Mini Gronk. What is it? Sheehan?
One they try to what's the tight end from Atlanta? Gabriel? Isn't that his name?
Yeah, Troy Gabriel.
I think he's a free agent too.
He is, and he wants to come here. Fangio was Sherman's college coach.
I don't want that guy.
Sherman doesn't fit in here, Scotty. That's what Scotty said.
Why not just draft? If you're not going to do that, then give up on Ridley and draft what's his name, Ward.
Well, hold on. I was going to talk about that.
Sorry.
But they won't go Adam
Sheehan.
No, it's not Sheehan. Sheehan, I think. Whatever. Anyways, the guy's good. He didn't get a lot of looks last year. You're probably going to have to put him in there. I don't want Graham from Seattle either.
No.
So, I mean, that's the other thing, too. We might draft a late round tight end or we might go pick one up. But Sherman, he's too old for what the Bears are trying to do. And if you throw him in there, he's a 2-year fix. He's not like your long-term guy.
But if that's the case, keep Fuller, no?
Well, they transition tagged him.
Right.
So, and I love that. I love that move that Pace did. So what a transition tag means on Fuller is that we have the opportunity to match any contract now that any team puts Fuller's way. So he can test the market, which is what he wanted to do. He can see how much he's going to get for whatever the top contract is. Once he accepts that, we as a team can now counter offer and say, okay, we'll match that, and he gets to stay with us. So I think that's awesome because if it's going to be too high, which I don't think it will be, because I don't think he had, besides his rookie year, he didn't have solid 2 years.
You want to hear an interesting stat that I found about him? You know that he's the second best cornerback
Shaheen, there you go.
On balls thrown 25 yards or deeper in all of the NFL last year.
Wait, he's the what?
The second best cornerback defending thrown balls.
He's good, dude.
At 25 plus yards. He was the second best cornerback in all of football.
Yeah.
Who's the best? Who's number one?
I don't remember. I just heard that he was the second best cornerback.
I like him.
In defending the deep ball.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good. That's really good.
I think you keep them. I think we just try to see what we got out there. And once you see what we got out there, you match that contract. And I don't think it's going to be a ridiculous amount of money. But it's going to be up there. It's going to be obviously more. Cornerbacks that's why it's good drafting rookie cornerbacks. Cornerbacks make a huge amount of money. They're like pitcher quality money, like in baseball. But whatever. Chiefs, Eagles, and Patriots all have stud tight ends.
Actually, they're few and far between.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
One of the Eagles' tight ends are. Or is it Ertz? One of them is a free agent.
No way, not Ertz. They'd never let Ertz go.
One of them is. I forgot which one it was, though. But regardless, so that's the Bears' situation that now they lost one of their receivers that they were looking at now and they have to start looking into seeing Allen Robinson. Do they want to or do we want Watkins? I don't want, and then go from there.
How about you put on the thing yesterday, Des Bryant.
So there's rumors out there that he's going to start demanding a trade.
Look at what my paper says right here about Des Bryant. You see it? Fuck Des Bryant, it says on my notes.
I don't know. Like
that guy, you said Sherman is a cancer.
Yeah.
And there's going to be consideration for Des Bryant. You guys crazy?
Well, I'm just saying is that an option? Would we want to go after him? And here's the other thing too. I personally wouldn't. His age is up there. I don't think that's it's worth it at this point. And yeah, you're
bringing young guys into a team to teach them how to play football, and you're going to put Des Bryant in there. Out there. Are you guys kidding me?
I do like Fuller. He did play well last year. He did have a solid year. Mm-hmm. I think his sophomore year was the worst year he had so far, and that wasn't bad, like super bad, but it was.
But when you have a defense that's on the field all the time, you're going to get exposed.
Some of the stuff that I guess some people were a little concerned about, or that looked weird, is the Bears. They're not getting rid of him in Dallas. Jones loves him. Yeah, and I agree with that. The Bears were talking to the combine. They were having meetings and talking to a lot of cornerbacks. So they were having meetings with numerous quarterbacks. And I know some of them, to me, was concerning because it's like, okay, well, I know that was because if they lose Fuller, but are they potentially thinking of going first round with some of these guys, or are they going second round?
If they don't go Ridley, then what's his name? Fitzpatrick and Ward. Are the two best cornerbacks sitting out there. So you're gonna
Ward's the guy you would go after.
Right.
I mean, he was tied for the top in 40-yard dash at the combine. He was number 1 in broad jump. I mean, the guy he tore it up in camp too. He was one of the guys that they ended up having a meeting with too. So I mean, they met with a lot of cornerbacks. The other one was Edmonds as well,
the linebacker.
Yeah. So I mean,
from where's he? Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech,
I think.
Virginia Tech, I think he's from.
But that's another option out there too. So I'm not sure if we go. I mean, I know we let go of almost our entire linebacking core, so that's an option. But at the same time, I mean, should we go Ridley? I mean, I'm for Ridley still right now, even though he had a bad combine. I'm still for doing it. That's why I think some people and some of these players, they refuse to go to combines because if they have a bad combine, sometimes it'll hurt their draft position. And then it's affected by millions of dollars afterwards.
Okay, and then look at what the combine has done for a lot of people, and the success rate is still 50-50.
I mean, but if you're a lower draft pick, it's something for you to go into. If you're a high draft pick, and regardless if you go to the combine or not, it maybe drops you like 1 or 2, I would say don't go if I was an agent. I'd tell my player, I'd be like, no, don't go. I mean, if it's going to make you drop 20 points by not going, then you know what? You're going to lose millions of dollars.
If you're good, you're not going to drop 20 points.
Exactly.
You're not going to drop.
I'm just saying, but if it's going to be a situation like that, but some of these guys.
Plus, you want to go show off if you're good.
Yeah, Chris is right.
But if
you've got the goods, you're going to show off.
Exactly.
Yeah, but look at some of the chances, like what happened to Mayfield.
Look at Tom Chris showing off the basketball hoop chain.
Oh, man.
Bling, bling.
He's not watching. I don't think he's on today. We didn't see him.
He's coaching the high school kids basketball game.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, it's today.
Right now, 7:30, I think.
Well, best of luck, Hop Hop.
Yeah. Oh, I thought that was maybe him. Ridley still looks, this is Scott. Ridley still looks like a nice, solid athlete from what I saw of him on the combine. Yeah, I expected his numbers to be a lot higher. And there was a lot of other receivers that I thought performed and outperformed.
But if you were to make a list of what's the number 1 priority for the Bears right now,
wide receiver.
I think so too. I think wide receiver too, but
I would, in my opinion, I say it would be wide receiver, linebacker, then offensive line. But the reason I wouldn't say
you need a corner, Fuller does. Oh,
well, I think the transition tag solves that. I think you transition tag him and then you keep him and sign him. So that's where some of the money goes.
Do you think Buffalo loads up? Like me and Nico talked earlier, do you think Nico takes some of those picks now and tries to move into that Bear spot?
Who?
Buffalo.
Well, I heard rumors of the possible trade that they would get it and then we would end up getting 2 first-round picks.
They've got 21 and 22.
Yeah, it would be the later first round.
I mean, they've loaded up. They got in the first round 21 and 22, second round 53 and 56. So they've got it, but now they've got to give up those picks to get a quarterback.
That's an option. I mean, and the thing is, I know people want that Quentin Nelson guy, the guard from Notre Dame. My point is, though, there is a ton of guards out there that are free agents. Now, they're going to be asking a lot of this, but there's guards out there that we can pick that are solid guards, and they're not going to be like sitting lazy. So,
but you got to set up Trubisky's offense first.
Yeah.
Right.
You need to get a wide receiver. The running back we've got, and you even got like that Darren Sproles, like wide out, like running backs.
But a tight end.
We don't have a tight end.
And for a rookie quarterback or a second-year quarterback that needs to check down a lot, he's going to need somebody to sit in that little flat spot and check down to give him that little safety valve.
And I don't know if Shaheen's the guy or not.
I don't think so either.
But I mean, here's the thing though: tight end you can draft like in the second, third round. So I'm not. I mean, in the first round, you got to go. I think wide receiver, linebacker, first round, especially with all the linebackers we lost. And there's not a huge amount of linebackers in the free agent core.
No.
Offensive line, I think, then is your third option that you have to start filling. Then tight end. So, but again, do you go maybe tight end outside in free agent market since you already got Shaheen?
No.
Or you go rookie.
But you're not going to dump money into a second string tight end, right?
No.
So you're going to save that money because let's assume now you got to pay Fuller. That money's going to Fuller.
Yeah. And I would rather keep Fuller too.
And you're dicking off this year anyway too, right?
Well, this year I don't think they're going to make playoffs, but I think they're going to win more games. It depends on the draft and how the draft goes. And then obviously camp is going to be very exciting to see what happens in camp and how they turn out. But I think if they get a good draft, I think you may see them win 2-3 more games,
which is meaningless at this point.
Yeah, of course. Quentin Nelson's Notre Dame coach is of course, and that's why they're talking about him, Nico. But I just don't know. I mean, if you trade down, but then again, I don't think he's going to be there that late.
No way.
So it's like, but I think it's too high to draft him at 8 if you go with Nelson.
No, you can't. No,
he's too high.
You're better off taking the cornerback. You're better off taking Ward or Edmonds at that point. If you're not going to take Ridley,
if you're going 8, you go Ridley, Edmonds, or Ward. That's what you do if you go there. But if you're going to sign Fuller, you don't sign Ward,
right?
And you can sign Ward or whatever.
But then at that point, you'd take Edmonds instead to fill up a spot on the linebacker.
But then, or do you lose that opportunity to get Ridley in? So there's a lot of questions, I guess, so that we got to see what Pace is going to do. But Pace is also one of those guys, and this is the other thing to keep in mind. He's one of those guys that likes to sway people, just like he did when he went and traded for Trubisky in the draft. Him maybe even interviewing all these cornerbacks may be a ploy just to get other teams thrown off and then see that they're not worried about other positions, and then it may throw other teams off as well too. So
what if Cleveland goes crazy and trades that 4 pick?
I think they might
end up move trading down and get some more help.
They might. I mean, what if they traded with a 4 pick for 2 first? What if they traded to Buffalo?
That's what I was just thinking. They get 21 and 22.
Wow. That's what I'm saying.
That'll be a good move.
That would be smart of them.
But now you're stuck with Tyrod Taylor as a quarterback. So you went from Deshaun to Kaiser.
Yeah, where you would have a better
Tyrod
future.
Taylor.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Edmonds hasn't even turned 20 years old. True. Ridley's stock has fallen. Thank you. I agree 100%. That you trade down for if you want him. I don't think he's going to be that low, though. I think he'll still go up there.
Teams are going to overvalue.
And then Jay keeps saying big tight end. I agree, Jay, but I think that tight end is going to be like your 4th.
That's a 3rd round pick.
Yeah, it's going to be 3rd, 4th round pick, and it's on your priority list as a Bear right now. That's like your 5th or 4th priority. I think right now you got to focus wide receiver, linebacker, offensive line. Then maybe you can start looking into the tight end and stuff like that. But I agree, we do need a tight end and one that's going to be staple for Mitch. He needs someone there. So, anyways, combine. Denzel Ward had a great combine. Barkley obviously beast in combine. Ridley did not have a good combine. We also had a meeting with Deion Kane from I think Clemson, the wide receiver. So we had a meeting with Kane. 40-yard dashes. There were 3 number 1s, 4.32. And that was Dante Jackson, Perry Nickerson, Denzel Ward. Nielsen was the top in, or no, I'm sorry, he was 5th in bench press. That's the guard from Notre Dame. He did 35 reps. Vertical jump, Edmonds had the
that guy's a freak, and he's what 19 years old or whatever.
Yeah, 41.5, and then Barkley was at 41. Like that's like a vertical jump by a running back that's high. Then what else did you have? Top quarterbacks, in my opinion, in combine was Josh Allen and Flowers. Bad combine for Baker Mayfield, horrible in my opinion. Ridley had a horrible combine. How about that Shaq Griffin kid, the guy who has his one hand cut off, and he did that bench press with one hand? That was nuts.
20-25 reps, right?
Yeah. I was like, wow. So his 40-yard dash was 4.38.
Yeah, he's fast too.
So he was a quick kid too. Barkley's 40-yard dash, 4.40. So the guy's quick, man.
Yeah.
And he's built like a
I highly encourage people to look at highlights from Penn State for Barkley. That kid's nuts. I mean, it's really crazy. But anyways, moving on. So we already talked about a majority of all that stuff. I mean, I think that's pretty much it, man. I'm just excited for camp for Bears.
Correct.
I can't wait now. Well, first and foremost, draft, which is what, April 20th, I think.
And third week of April.
Yeah, it's like April 20th. So that's going to be pretty nuts to see camp. And see draft, then it's going to be camp. We will all obviously be at camp. We're going to try to see if we can pick one day where we all can go. So we'll be out there representing. We'll tell everybody on the show when we're going. So maybe if some of the fans want to come with us and meet us up there, we can do that. There's a Beggar's Pizza, hint, right across the street too. So we can go for pizza right after at Beggar's, which is pretty good.
Nick usually goes before and after camp.
Yes, before and after, just like Babe Ruth when he used to play. But yeah, that's going to be pretty fun. And I guess seeing some of these young guys finally and seeing just the new coaching staff and how they're going to run it. Because I remember, and I don't know if I was there with Jackman or who, but I remember, man, who was the a-hole coach before the guy who should have never been a coach before Fox? The guy from Canada. Who was it?
Tressman. Mark Tressman.
So, and I think I was with Jackman. And that was Jackman in the background for people who just heard him. So when we were at camp and Tressman was running it, the most unorganized camp I have ever seen. I had no clue what was going on. The players were just standing around. Like his whole coach, like you would think that when you're going to camp, the head coach watches and the other assistant coaches are the ones running the whole camp. Nothing. It was just a debacle. And I was just like, this is nuts. So then you go and Fox comes in and it was a more disciplined. They had a system going. Everything was there. It just looked better. So, I mean, obviously Fox didn't. I mean, I think Fox was vital to what the Bears were trying to do and was needed. But I mean, just looking at Tressman, the way he ran camp, the issues that were happening in the locker room back then. I mean, he couldn't even control the players. I mean, who was that one player that got in a fight when they released him and almost attacked some of the Bear executives, and they had to call police for security?
No clue.
It was one of the defense. Jackman, you remember who it was? Anyways, there was someone that they cut that was with the Bears for a while. I think he was with Dallas before. They released him, and then he started threatening some of the executives. So they had to call the police. I mean, that was during the Tressman era. That was just a whole joke, and I'm just glad we're through with that. And then we'll see what happens with Nagy. I'm not a Nagy fan. I mean, I'll support him, and I hope we see a good outcome from Nagy and a better, bright future, but we'll see what happens.
But it's work in progress right now. Yeah,
obviously for pace too. Everyone's got to do that. Free agency right around the corner. Yes, I forgot. So Monday is the first day that they can start talking about money. Wednesday, this coming week at 11 a.m. is the first day of the new year for NFL, which means at that moment they can officially sign players. So all the stuff you're hearing now has not officially gone through in the NFL until that Wednesday at 11 a.m. That's when everything gets official and completed. So you may start hearing more cuts, more waves, more signings on Wednesday and possibly even Monday coming up to that and stuff. Jay Ratliff, Thank you, Nico. Man, this guy's a walking encyclopedia.
Told you,
dude.
the guy's a machine.
Nice.
Yeah, it was Jay Ratliff was the guy. Wow. Where did you Google that, Nico? That's pretty interesting if you knew that. Beggar's Pizza is one of my favorites. I go to the one by Union Station. I used to eat at that one when I worked in the city. All right, what else do we got here? Bulls. We don't have too much about Bulls, though, man.
Derrick Rose.
Oh, my goodness.
Minnesota
Rose.
Timberwolves reunited.
Hey, we got to start using this a lot, too, now. Look. Oh, hold on. Yeah, we so the Timberwolves signed him. What's your thoughts on that? I don't know.
I really don't know what to say.
So I get, and I was watching the game. I think it was on TNT, but he didn't play. I don't know, man. He
turned down a whole bunch of 10-day contracts. They said first, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. He didn't want 10-day contract. No, it was only one 10-day contract, and then he was waiting for more, and they weren't even giving him 10-day contracts. I'm just I liked Tibbs a lot, and now it's getting to the point where he's trying. I mean, there's rumors that he even wants Noah. I mean, it's getting to the point where I just want to see Tibbs fail now. It's that bad. It's just like, dude, D Rose, I'll be shocked if he turns his career around. And then you're going to bring in Noah. I mean, it's just like, come on. I don't know. At this point, I'm just going to watch the Timberwolves so they can self-destruct in a way. Like, they got guys.
That's what we said about the Pelicans, and they're 10-0. Remember?
Yeah.
3 weeks ago, we said, okay, Pelicans, what's his face got hurt.
That's because
Boogie Cousins got hurt. We were like, okay, they're going to shit the bed.
And now Nico's tearing it up.
Yeah,
for them.
now they're 10-0.
So now watch Derrick Rose go over there and like tear it up.
No
way.
To the Timberwolves, I don't
He
think
might tear up the bathroom or whatever, but that's about it.
We won't see that. I did Google how to spell Shaheen. The guys. I like Shaheen, but who knows?
Who was telling me today that Rose has to play to keep getting paid that Adidas contract?
Yeah, they if he doesn't play, I think a certain amount of games in the NBA, they can null and void his Adidas
or if
contract.
he decides to retire, same thing, right? All that money goes away.
And that's why he came back, because remember when he left Cleveland?
Right.
And everyone's like, oh, he's rumored to retire. He's contemplating retirement. But I think his brother and BJ Armstrong talked him out of it. And we're like, dude, you can't do this because then no one's going to make money and you're leaving all this millions on the table.
Right.
So he turned around and was like, all right, I gotta go back and play.
He should go to Titus Worldwide for
he would worldwide. Chris doesn't know that.
No.
He's thinking about Monica right now. So he's like daydreaming. Man, why didn't I have daydreaming on here? I should have had like daydream, like Monica on your mind and stuff. That's all you're thinking about.
Nick's got his notes out and all you see is little hearts are being drawn on it.
If we're like on Facebook Live and stuff, we should go on Facebook Live now. We should try that out.
Let's do that.
Tibbs ruined Rose's career.
Yep.
He overplayed his starters. Yeah.
You know what else I was looking at yesterday? See how good Bobby Portis has been playing the last 5 or 6 weeks?
Oh, well, that was part of the Bulls thing that we were going to talk about. Wait, why are you going like that? It turns off by itself.
I'm trying to turn it off.
Well, coming from the intern producer, that's how you turn it off.
Executive.
You're just executive producer. All right, hold on. Let's get on to Facebook Live really quick. We're not going to go to break or anything. We're going to just jump on Facebook Live here, so maybe some of the Facebook peeps will catch us as well. We're doing it for the second half. You guys don't have to jump over. Whoever's on YouTube, you can stay on YouTube. Don't worry about it. And we can go from there.
Well, Nico live. Does that, though. There is something to be said about Tibbs busting up people's legs, right?
Yeah, he did majorly. What's happening, guys, to the Facebook people out there? We just went live on Facebook. So if you guys are on Facebook, you guys are catching the second half of the show. We obviously are on the YouTube channel right now. And you can catch the whole show from beginning to end on YouTube. All you guys got to do is head over to YouTube and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And you guys can see the whole show. But we're on here now on Facebook Live, and we'll always do second half of the shows on Facebook Live. So we'll be looking at the chat room there. But we're on the Facebook chat room right now, and there's a lot more people in the Facebook chat room. So we're going to stay in the Facebook chat room for right now. But all right, going back, Tibbs, you said. So Tibbs is, he played the guys a lot, I think, and he's one of the biggest reasons I think that you have D Rose in the condition he's in.
He's like Dusty Baker with starting pitchers.
Yeah, you know who else does that? Hop with his players.
Oh, he burns them out.
Oh man, dude. Yeah, was it yesterday or the day before?
Yeah, they played Wednesday.
They're playing like 60 minutes a game. I don't even think there's 60 minutes in the game.
Have you been to a practice of his?
No, not yet. I'm going Monday and Wednesday.
Running.
Yeah, I'm going Monday and Wednesday.
Non-stop running.
Teach the kids some big
stamina. It's all about stamina.
In the paint moves, rough them up a little bit.
Yeah, but they'd fall out because all you did was throw elbows.
Do big Lambier, Bill Lambier all over them. All right. Anyways, thanks for rolling your eyes. I saw that too, by the way, to Chris. But yeah, D Rose is on the Timberwolves now. The league warned the Bulls about tanking, so they warned them also about benching healthy players, and in the result of that, they started Holiday and Lopez today. Jackman, you got the score on that? So that they're playing, they were up at first quarter 6 points.
I saw they were tied at halftime.
So that might blow.
They're getting blown out.
Yes,
73-87 to Detroit.
All right, that's good. We need a tank, so that's actually a pretty good thing. Portis extensions. So here's my thought about Portis, and I already heard some of these rumors before, and again, these are all rumors. One of the biggest things I heard is that Nico Mirotic was the instigator of the fight that happened between Bobby Portis and Nico. I heard that there was some racial slurs that were being said in camp consistently to the point until Bobby Portis just got pissed off enough. Now, mind you, I know it was a sucker punch, but they're saying almost everybody on the Chicago Bulls team is saying that Nico deserved that punch.
Wow.
So it was a little weird when it happened because you had a lot of people coming out saying, how can they keep a guy like that would do that to a player, bust his face up? He ends up in the hospital. He's out for almost half a year or a quarter of the season. But yet the Bulls really didn't do anything about it. And I think what they did is they hid everything for the simple fact of they didn't want more public knowledge of it, and they wanted to keep it to themselves. And here's I think why I'm thinking more of that this story is true. The Bulls organization, even though sometimes we say it's BS and Reidensdorf doesn't know what he's doing and Paxson's got to go and guard for him, there's not a basketball organization that would sit here and try to do a contract extension with a player if they were the instigator of a fight or the reason of why he punched somebody. There has to be a reason of why he did it, and it's got to be understanding by the organization. And now they're talking about doing a contract extension with Bobby Portis. Not only that,
it's so rare though that in basketball this happens too.
Yeah,
it's not football where it happens all the time, where these guys are fighting at mini camp and all that stuff. So something had to have happened that we'll never find out the truth about.
Yeah, and honestly, a good organization would never let that get out. They'll keep it in house, and that's it. And it doesn't have to get bigger than where it's at. So that's my honest belief, and I think that Nico decided to demand for a trade for the simple fact that he knew that 95% of the team was on Bobby Portis' side. So at that point, he was just like, "Fuck it, I don't want to stay in Chicago."
But thank God that Portis is playing well too, because then that would have been a double whammy. They get rid of Mirotic, he goes to New Orleans. They're ripping it apart.
Yeah.
And then Portis, if he sucked, it would be. But he's been playing well.
Yeah, Portis has been blowing it up. I mean, and I'm surprised with his gameplay. So I'm actually now, he's one of the guys that we really never mentioned too much when we were talking about the core and the nucleus. You can add him onto that now. So it's going to be really exciting to see Portis, Markkanen, Dunn again. I wish, didn't they used to have C's on jerseys back in the day for captains?
Don't remember.
I know hockey does it, but that'd be awesome because I mean he would be the guy that I would want as the captain of the team.
Portis?
And then Dunn. I just love Dunn.
Yeah, you love Dunn.
Dunn's a great leader. I love him. And then you got Levine, which we'll see what happens with him, and I hope they do re-sign him as long as he stays healthy. But I really like it. So I mean, you got 4 solid guys, and then drafts coming along, and we'll see what happens during draft. But it's going to be very interesting, and I really like what's happening. I just would hope that they could be allowed to tank more, so then that way we can get a higher pick. But I don't know how that's going to happen.
Listen, there's ways to tank without making it a public.
Yeah, and you just don't say
how stupid can you possibly be to do that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Here's another question for you. How long do you think Hoiberg has with this with the Bulls?
A while.
He has 2 years left on his contract.
He's going to stay. He's going to stay those 2 years.
So you think they're going to re-sign him again?
Yep.
And I think so too. And the reason is because I think they're trying to build that team to be just like the overall team of what he wanted.
Unless you turn around and sign some free agent superstars or whatever, then maybe you get a different style of head coach. But for these guys, he's all right.
Yeah.
Has the league warned any other team?
Yes,
They put out a
Dallas.
public statement.
Yeah, and then they did Dallas too.
Oh,
Silver
Dallas
had to give a statement to everybody saying, "Listen,
no, Dallas is obvious.
we can't be fucking around.
Yeah,
we got to have some semblance of integrity."
He needed to. They needed to do that. Like you can't. I know in other years they've done it, but you had to sit there and do that. All right, what else do we got? Besides that Bulls play, I mean, they beat the Mavs, they beat the Grizzlies, they got blown out by the Celtics. They're getting blown out right now by the Pistons. So
I look, Cleveland, everybody got so excited about Cleveland, 6-4 since that trade. So there's no difference before or after.
Well, I think that's also because of the chemistry of the team.
No.
I think that they got to play a little bit together, and we'll see what happens. But I think did you see the billboards now in LA?
Yeah.
Some company made some billboards for LeBron in LA.
Where's Nico to chime in on this? I want his thoughts.
Cuban started the mess this year.
Yep.
Yeah, and that sexual harassment thing ain't going away.
I want to see Nico's thoughts on what he thinks about the rebuilt Cleveland Cavaliers.
Should we ask Nico who wins the East and who wins the West?
All right, Nico will respond, but I'm still convinced.
Delay.
I'm still convinced that it's still not the same. Cleveland is the third best team right now in the East. I think that it's Toronto, Boston, Cleveland right now. And I'm curious to see what Nico says too. Because I don't think Cleveland is not going to win one of those.
Wait, you said
Toronto 1, Boston 2, Cleveland 3.
All right. He says Toronto wins the East.
That team is unstoppable right now.
The
only thing is, though, we got to remember this happens all the time with Toronto, and then they get to the playoffs, and Kyle Lowry plays like shit.
Thank you.
And he blows up. So if Kyle Lowry
that's
can
what
play,
I was going to say. I was going to say, dude, they're going to choke come playoff time.
It's all on Kyle Lowry's shoulders right now.
When does Hayward come back for Boston?
They're not sure yet. He might not. It's 50-50 if he comes back.
If he comes back, I think
if he comes back, that's a big game changer.
Unless Cleveland starts flipping it.
Flip what?
They never had.
It's love. It's
coming together and stuff.
It's Love and LeBron, right? Everybody else, Nance and Hood and all those guys are not starters. You can't rely on those guys.
How about the West?
Well, Houston.
Yeah, Harden is on fire.
Yeah.
And MVP right now. If you had to name him, Harden.
Of course.
That guy's on the beard's on fire.
It's Houston, man. Golden State on that side.
Here's the only thing I don't like about the beard. He can't play defense. He just watches people go right by him.
Right. Okay. And they're going to score 122 points a game. So they're going to dare you to outscore them. So they're going to dare you to shoot 50% from the floor.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Love can't play with LeBron. Nico says, I think Love plays well in the playoffs. It's the rest of the guys that you've got to worry about. It's the other guys that are not going to do it.
All right. Tom didn't hear that.
And Nico's Greek Freak is 3-7 in the last 10 games. They're falling apart at the seams too.
You didn't hear that, Tom?
What?
You didn't hear that?
No.
All right. That's why you have the headphones on. You might have to run for cover.
Nico picks Golden State over Houston. No, I think Houston's too deep.
Curry is hurt bad.
I think Houston is deep enough that they can take him in 7 games.
It's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a real good game.
Houston's deep enough to do it.
All right, that's pretty much it. I mean, we don't have too much. We don't have that much going on. All right.
Who would have thought the Clippers are fighting for a playoff spot?
Yeah,
they're tied, right?
Little Lou.
Clippers, Denver, and somebody
Louis
else.
Williams.
Utah. Clippers, Denver, Utah, fighting for the last spot in the West. Who would have thought that?
All right. We've been on for about an hour right now. All right. Do you want to do this? We're not doing anything sports related.
You're not going to talk about your beloved White Sox?
No. The only thing I have to say
he wants to talk about food.
The only thing I have to say about the White Sox is that Jim Thome Day is August 11. That's it.
Arrieta?
Are you going?
Wait, Arrieta, what?
You're not going to talk about Mustaka signing a 1-year contract with Kansas City?
Whatever.
He's Greek. He should have gotten at least $4 more million. The fact that he's Greek should have earned him at least $4 million plus.
What about the rumors of did the Arrieta to
nothing yet? San Diego?
No, the Cubs. They're saying for 1 more year.
He won't sign it,
dude.
He won't sign.
If he does, best starting five ever in Major League Baseball history.
If you're Arrieta, what in your brain tells you to sign that 1-year contract?
You're going to win a second ring?
Really? And you think he cares about that, or he cares about getting 5 years, $200 million?
I don't think
or whatever he's
going to
get
years at this point.
Or 3 years, whatever. He wants Scherzer, Strasburg related money per year.
If you're waiting this long, it ain't going to come your way.
One more year. You can wait for one more year.
And what if he goes 10-10?
That's the problem.
Remember, his numbers fell last year.
Yeah, I don't know.
His numbers fell. He can't. That's why Cobb hasn't signed. That's why Lance Lynn hasn't signed.
You got a good point, yeah.
All right.
I can leave out Moustakas. Moustakas is an idiot.
He would rather hold out till June. He probably will.
Right.
And that's Boris's fault. Like I think that guy's like one. If I was an owner, I wouldn't even want to deal with that guy. If I heard that it's Scott Boras agent, sorry, see you later.
Yeah, but look, he's got the best clientele.
That's the
so
thing.
You want to win, you got to deal with
him,
right. But Moustakas,
fear the beard.
Moustakas took that 1-year contract. Kansas City made out like a bandit.
Top hot dogs in the city of Chicago.
Go.
Number 1.
Who do you think?
Gene and Jude's.
Don't tell me Gene and Jude's.
Yes. Oh, it looks like Tom Chris is saying yes.
I didn't say yes.
Okay. Number 2.
Superdog.
Jimmy's Red Hots.
Superdog.
Plasky and Grand. Okay. Jackman will vouch for them.
Demon Dogs.
Number 3.
Nico lives in Texas. He has no authority to talk about
Rand Red Hots.
Chicago. Rand Red Hots is up there, and it's cheap.
Yes. Dude, it's identical to Gene and Jude's in a way.
I disqualify Nico's opinion because he left the city of Chicago. He can't talk about hot dogs anymore.
Number 4, Superdog.
Superdog.
And number 5 would be Demons.
Old school. We go old school. How about remember Parsies?
No.
Who's old enough to remember Parsies at Harlem and Higgins?
I'm too young for that.
Right by Teasers. Remember that little dump?
Wiener Circle, no. Dude. I don't like Wiener Circle, Tony. Don't like them.
I gotta
get hard dogs.
I gotta get Zelensky and Jerry on this so we can talk about the greatness of Parsies at 2:00 in the morning.
When we used to go clubbing back in the day, yeah, we used to go to Wiener Circle, but that's when we were like drunk. I didn't like it. Gene and Jude's I think is better. Gene and Jude's hands down the best.
No.
Yeah.
No.
All right. Ready for this one? What's your top 5?
You gotta ask Monica.
They all sound good.
His top 5 is whatever Monica likes.
All right, what do you got?
Oh, jeez.
For what?
Actually, she likes Gin and Juice.
Pizza?
No, hot dogs.
Superdog?
Superdog number 1?
Yeah, I love Superdog hot dogs.
Oh.
Rand Red Hots?
Oh, you like
I have. Oh, you got them in number 2?
Yeah.
Wow.
Demon Dogs?
Okay, that's pretty high.
Portillo's hot dogs?
No.
I like them.
No.
And then I'll take Wiener Circle too. I don't mind Wiener Circle.
So Gin and Juice, not at all.
I don't like Gin and Juice hot dogs.
Well, Rand Red Hots they mimicked it.
I know, but for some reason I just don't like Gin and Jude's.
Rand Red Hots. Try it if you guys don't know. It's on Rand Road and River and Rand Road.
Across street from Pesci's.
Yeah, across street from Pesci's. It's awesome and it's really cheap. It's like $4 for a hot dog. It's
hot
really
dog
good.
And fries.
Hot dog and fries. It's really good. They got grape soda too. The grape drink
and frozen bananas.
The grape drink. All right, top 5 pizzas. Number 1, Bert's.
No.
In Morton Grove. Dude, please don't tell me the P word.
Who?
Pequods.
Yeah, don't say Pequods.
No, I don't know.
Where's Hot Pop to talk about Barnaby's too? He's another
Hold on.
Don't even put that on the list.
Number 1 is Bert's. Number 2 is Vito and Nick's on the south side.
Never had it.
Hands down, some of the best.
Yeah.
Number 3, Barnaby's.
For God's sake.
I love Barnaby's. I love
the cornmeal crust. Pizza, man. Beggar's
Pizza. Cornmeal crust is great.
I'd rather go eat at Mod Pizza than eat at Barnaby's.
Number 4, Beggar's Pizza.
Beggar's Pizza, okay.
They lay it on thick. And then 5 is Blaze. I like Blaze. I like the way you can make it and stuff. Yes,
that's
Vito.
Like mud.
Tony knows. I think he's a Southsider. That's why.
No Giordano's.
I like Giordano's. No. I like Giordano's.
Superosa, Nancy's.
No, Nancy's.
Yeah, I love Nancy's.
They use like generic tomato sauce.
No, they don't.
No.
Bert's retired. I'm okay. Wayne and I know that. He did. The guy who was his cook reopened it. It's in the same spot in Morton Grove. I go there probably once a month now. It's still the same way that you have to reserve almost a month ahead of time before you go there. Because they only buy ingredients for the customers they have, and you actually have to tell them what you're going to buy or what you're going to eat so they can order the food or the ingredients for that at that point. Takes a long time to make though. So what we usually do is reserve a month ahead of time. You tell them when you're going to go, you have your reservation, and you show up. Like you call them that day and tell them you're going to show up like 40 minutes later because then the pizza will be ready. But Bert's, and it's the same recipe that Bert's, before he passed away, he handed it all to him, and his wife gave this guy, the new owner who bought the rights to Bert's and everything. It's awesome, hands down.
How about that place right by Hop Hop's house?
Marie's Pizza.
Yeah, they got good pizza too. I like their pizza.
It's okay. It's nostalgic. It brings me back to like my youth, because I remember it from when we were kids. But
thank God nobody said Lou Malnati's.
Not top 5. No. Lou Malnati's, no. Giordano's, no.
I like Giordano's.
Gino's East, no.
No, Gino's East. No.
All of that. Hands down, Bert's number 1. Vito's and Nick's is like,
try it out.
It's like a beggar's pizza, but better. That's in my opinion. And Barnaby's I've always loved because of the cornmeal crust and stuff.
I don't like Barnaby's.
Why?
I just don't like. I don't like it. I think because Hop Hop likes it, so I have to go
So
opposite.
That is a good reason.
I have to go opposite.
Yes.
Pete likes it because he likes Blaze Pizza, so I automatically have to defer the other side.
I understand.
Tom knows. Tom knows.
Who's your pizzas?
Oh.
Domino's. Domino's Pizza.
Little Caesars.
Pizza Hut.
Domino's.
CC's.
CC's.
You like CC's with the pineapple
No,
on it, right?
I like Nancy's. It all depends, thick crust.
What happened?
Or stuff.
What is that? Chicago Bears?
Probably tell me.
Pete's
that the
number
Bulls got
2
blown
on
out.
Montrose between Menard and Austin.
Oh, pizza number 2. Yeah.
Wow, I don't even remember that.
There's the original one. I think it's on Western.
Why is Nico crying?
He misses Chicago food.
Oh, yeah, Texas doesn't have anything out there, Nico?
Barbecue, probably.
Man, that's a shame.
Poor Nico. Although he was happy when he was in Arizona. They had I think a Giordano's opened up out there, and he was all happy.
Wow. But all right, anyways, so we have that's pretty much all we got. You got anything, guys?
No, that's it.
How good looking I am? No.
Well,
good luck on Tom's date with Monica this
when
weekend.
Is it? Saturday or Sunday?
No, Saturday. Yeah, Saturday we're going to go.
Interesting. When I have to talk to your father, and I don't understand why this is happening.
Gale Street Inn Saturday.
Yeah, this is going to be very interesting.
No wonder he asked us to borrow $20 a piece to pay for dinner.
Yeah.
Oh, you give me your credit cards.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to try Portillo's. I really want to try that.
Well, one day you're going to own all of this. Tom,
one day this can be yours.
This is all going to be yours.
He's trying to pull a Phil Jackson Genie Bus kind of.
Your dad's going to retire, and it's all going to come to you.
Yeah, it's going to be a long time. I'm going to see ugly faces for a while.
So we're
nice shave, Nick.
Yeah, look at. Dude, I look like 10 years younger.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do. Should I keep the beard, guys? No. Nice shave, Nick.
Well,
Scotty, keep it, grow it again. I'm gonna grow it again, anyways. I should go. Actually, what I had before is I just left my mustache and then the V. I should have kept that for the show and then shaved it.
Thank you that you kept your
My
V.
wife and daughter would have been scared when I got home. Anyways, we're changing it up next week a little bit. We are. I'm consulting an NCAA team in Detroit on Friday, so I'm going to go over there and help them out. And we will not have a Friday show next week due to us being out of. Whoa, what are you doing, Tom? That's pretty.
He's getting ready to dance.
Yeah, that's pretty lame. So we will not have a show on Friday, but because we're not going to have a show on Friday, Wrestle Talk Radio we usually do on Wednesday. So this week it's going to be a little bit just for this week. The week after that, we're going to go back to normal. So Tuesday, we are going to do a sports show and a wrestling show. So we'll do a double show on Tuesday of next week. So we're going to recap Fastlane, which is this Sunday for WTR for wrestling. And that's going to be pretty good. And we'll see at least Raw. And the reason for that is because I think a lot of the storylines will be set and stapled for WrestleMania right after Fastlane. I think some hot stuff are going to be happening. And if you guys are following our Twitter account and our Facebooks, we actually put out some spoilers out there, or at least of our opinions of what might be happening. And we'll see what happens with that. But that's going to be pretty interesting. And then we're going to do a sports show right after that. Because we won't be doing one on Friday. So we'll see what we're going to be talking about on the sports show. If not, if you guys, anyone listening, watches our video after the live or what have you, email us. Let us know what you maybe want us to talk about. Maybe give us ideas of what you want to top 5 pitchers of all time or whatever. Give us like a top thing we can go over and we can talk about. Email us at windycitysportsnetwork@gmail.com. And that would be pretty cool because then it'll set up our Tuesday show and we can drop some good stuff for you guys. After this, we're wrapping up. and we're doing a boxing show. And the original crew's here. We got Bull and Jackman. So we're going to be talking a lot about what's going on. Canelo got caught with steroids, and he said it's from beef. Really? From beef? So
then you must got a lot of steroids in you.
Yeah. And then we're going to talk about the I'll fail every test.
Nick eats a lot of beef.
We're gonna go over that as well too, and we'll see. So remember, next week it's going to be Tuesday, both shows. No show Wednesday, no show Friday. Then we'll be back to normal Wednesday, Friday after that. And then we're going to be on briefly with boxing. So it's going to be 40 degrees this weekend, guys. Have fun with Monica.
I will.
And
peace out.
Thank you for being here, Mr. Bill.
Bye, Chicago.
All right, guys.
Love you.
Good night.
Bye-bye.